Happy New Year, wonderful people. Welcome back to a brand new year here at Beader. If you don't know me already, my name is Caitlin, and I'm so glad that you're here with me today so that way we can kick off the new year together creating amazing things. Today, we are going to be making keychains with your one word on them. What is one word, I hear you asking? Well, it is a concept that was introduced to me by John Gordon, and what it is an alternative to New Year's resolutions. So instead of making goals in the new year like, I want to exercise every day, or I want to create something once a week, which are all good things to do, but science shows that most people quit their New Year's resolutions before the second week of February every year. So one word is a kind of alternative to that. And basically what it is you pick one word that you feel like you need to embody for the year. So there are dozens of different examples. Lots of people choose things like patience and courage, self-love, things like that. It's basically something that you feel like you want to work on for the year, a way that you want to improve your life, or something that you feel like is calling to you. Just the other day, my word for next year hit me, and it is multitudes. I want to embrace the idea that I contain multitudes. This will actually be my 9th year doing one word, and I highly recommend it. And something great to do when you pick your one word is to put it places to remind you of it. So, have a little keychain, a necklace, print out pictures, use them as screensavers, things like that, because when you look at them, it helps remind you to keep working towards your word. So today, I'm going to be teaching you how to make a keychain, and we are going to be doing some metal stamping so that we can stamp our words into our keychains and have those around us to help us have a really amazing year. And as always, please be sure to check out my sponsor, Fire Mountain Gems and Beads. They're the ones who supplied me with all of my materials, including this really amazing metal stamping kit that we're going to be using today. So I highly recommend that you hop onto their website, link is in the description box below, and go get that kit for yourself. That way you can make your own one-word keychain. And please be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. When you do that, it shows me that you're loving my content and that you want to see more of it, and then you get to hang out with me every week because there's going to be a new video for you every week of this year. Okay, let's jump into our craft today. Step 1. First thing you have to do is gather your supplies and materials. Today, you are going to need pieces of flat metal. I have a bunch of options here to show you all the different things that you could use for it. So you just need some piece of metal here. And then you're going to need some sort of keychain, if that's a carabiner or a clasp, or we have this keychain hook here and this really large clasp that I've used for keychains in the past, and it just works really well. And then you're going to need jump rings in order to attach those hooks to your beautiful little pieces here. And then you're going to need two sets of pliers in order to open and close those jump rings. And then the most important piece of equipment here today is this kit. It comes with everything you need. You have all of your stamps, and then you've got your hammer, of course, and then this here is the block that you use to hammer on. That way you don't damage your equipment, your table, wherever you're at. It also just helps get a nice even look. And there is also a pair of metal snippers here as well. We won't be using them, but it's good to have those in this kit. And that's all you're going to be needing for today is this kit here, and then whatever you're going to stamp your word onto. Step 2. I chose this silver disc here to stamp my word into, so I'm going to first place my block and then place my sheet of metal on top of that block. Then the next thing that I'm going to do just to make my life a little bit easier is to pull out my letters. What you're going to want to do before you start stamping is to make sure how much space you have. You want it to be relatively center, you don't want it to go off kilter. So I'm just going to kind of take a look and eyeball, take my little tools and see if I think that it can fit straight across, or if I'm going to need to move it around a little bit. And I think I'm going to need to arc my word in order for it to fit. So I just need to decide how I want to arc it. If I want to arc it across the bottom, across the top, how I want to do that. I think I kind of want to follow this bottom arc here. That way, if I decide to layer it with a charm or something, the charm won't block the word. So I'm going to take my M, and you see all of these little stamps have a line on them right here. That line is where your thumb is going to go, and that's how you orient your little stamp. So you're gonna put your thumb on the line and then put your stamp on your piece of metal. And I'm gonna have to switch hands here because I want to hammer with my right hand, but you're going to give it hard, even taps. 2 or 3 should be sufficient. I'm gonna show you the first one, and then I'm gonna fast forward through this part, and I'm gonna give you some nice music because you don't wanna hear me hammering. And see there, now I have an M. I have the start of my word. And I am just going to continue that process going all the way across. So enjoy lovely music time. And you can also take this time to go into the comments below and tell me what you think your one word for this year will be. Step 3. Okay, I have my word on my disc now. Look at that, multitudes. Now, in the process of hammering, my disc kind of got a little flat here. Since this is a fairly thin piece of metal, I'm just gonna go ahead and take my fingers and see if I can straighten that out a little bit. The other thing that you can do if you have it is use a wire straightener, which is going to be a tool that looks somewhat like this. Most of the time they have rubber on both sides here. What the rubber does is it prevents the metal from getting marred. So I'm just gonna take this and I'm gonna put this round nose side on the back since it might mar the metal a little bit. And I'm gonna take the flat side and just kind of give it some squeezes and see if I can't get the metal to flatten back out a little bit. Step 4. Thought that it would be fun since I did arc it in this way to put something fun on top, and you know how I love my sparklies, so I think I'm gonna put that right there. And so to finish this off today, we don't need our metal block anymore. I'm gonna take that to the side. We are going to grab our jump ring and open it up. Then I'm going to thread my sheet metal and my key ring on. Then I'm gonna go ahead and give that a close. Now, if you are happy with what you've got, this is where you stop. But if you would like to add a fun charm or sparkly bit like I'm doing here, we are going to grab more jump rings. Now, I want my sparkle to hang a little bit farther down. So what I'm going to do is grab one of these jump rings here, and I'm gonna open it up and slide the charm on. And then I'm gonna go ahead and close it. And then we're going to take this little bit bigger jump ring here, open it up, and I'm going to slide it through the jump ring I have on the charm. And then I'm going to slide it through the jump ring that I have on top of my keychain here and close that as well. And there we have it, our one word for the year keychain. Little bit of muscle and your metal stamping kit, and you can have your very own keychain that has your one word on it. Please be sure to comment below with what you think your one word for the year is going to be. I would love to see what other people are working toward, as well as like, share, and subscribe. That way you can join me every week. And be sure to check out my sponsor, Fire Mountain Gems and Beads. I am wishing you the happiest new year, and I hope that this next year is filled with love, joy, and creativity all year long. I will see you in the next one.